Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a full face of makeup that you can get at Sephora Australia, and that is cruelty free. I do have hair. I've got a little bun up here, but when I'm zoomed in, like you can't, well, not that I'm that zoomed in, but you just can't see the bun anymore. The bun is sacrificed. So I used a whole bunch of different products from Sephora, a bit of Anastasia, a bit of Tarte, a bit of It Cosmetics, a bit of Marc Jacobs Beauty. Fancy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into the makeup. Alright, for my eye primer, I'm going to take a little bit of Shape Tape, and I'm just going to pop that on my eyelids. I find that because this is quite a dry formula, it's like really nice for priming the eyes, especially if you have oily eyelids like I do. I don't find that I need to put like a regular eye primer on as well as this, which I do with some concealers. Oh great, it's all in my eyebrow. That's so attractive. I always like to start with eyeshadow because I have like slightly hooded lids, so I lift my eyebrows up and then my foundation like gets caught in all those lines if I do my eyeshadow last, so I always do it first. I'm just going to set that with a little bit of the cream color from this Tarte in Bloom palette that I'm using the mirror for. Okay, for my actual eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is just like a classic YouTube palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's got like some nice really warm colors over here, and then some pinks and like quite a bright orange, and then some shimmers. So I'm only going to use the mattes from this today, and I think I'm going to go pretty like pink. So the first color that I'm going to take is Buon Fresco here, which is just like a lilac color, and that's what I'm going to use in my crease as my transition color. Next, I'm going to take a really small amount of the color Love Letter, like I'm literally just going to boop, and I'm going to put that in my crease as well. These shadows are pretty pigmented, so you just want to start off with like a light amount, but they're so pretty. I'm going to take a little bit more of that same color Love Letter on a smaller brush, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner and into the crease of my eye a little bit more intensely than we just did in the crease. Now I'm going to take the color Venetian Red, and I'm going to do the exact same thing just to deepen it up a little bit more. I'm going to keep this one a little bit more on the outer corner than in the crease. And I'm going to take my first brush and just blend all that together. I want to add a little bit more darkness and make it a little bit less like red, I guess. So I'm going to take Cypress Umber over here, which is just like a deep dark brown. And I'm going to put that on the outer corner and a little bit into the crease. Only like a third of the way along. And blend again. This palette has like a really pretty gold color over here, Primavera, and it's really nice, but I want something a bit more intense for today. So for my lid, I'm going to take this Tarte Chrome Paint pot thing, and it's in the color Park Avenue Princess, which is like a really intense gold. These are so intense, they're really, really nice. So I'm just going to use a flat brush, and I'm going to take that all over the lid. I'm going to take some of that on my finger as well, just to intensify it. Oh yeah, that's way better. Woohoo! That is intense. Whoa. I don't want this to be like a cut crease, so I'm going to take my little brush and blend out the sides, and I'm also going to blend out the top. I kind of want that glitter to just fade into the crease. And I don't really mind if it gets in the crease. I don't really want to use eyeliner because I just don't really like it. So I'm going to take some more of Cypress Umber, and I'm going to use that to line my eyes. any mascara from Sephora, let alone a cruelty-free one, so I'm just going to curl my lashes and then use whatever mascara I've got around, probably CoverGirl Comb Crusher. Okay, now for the base. I'm going to start off with this Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer, which is really nice, and I've almost used like all of it. So I'm going to take just a pump and a half of that and just spread it around my face. This is just like really nice and hydrating. It's good for if I feel like my skin's like a little bit dry, which it's been winter, so it has been quite dry. Hopefully summer will make it not dry. Oh, my poor face goes so red when I touch it. Sorry, face. I will just let that sink in for a minute since it is so hydrating, and then I'll move on to foundation. So for foundation, I'm going to use the Fenty Hydrating Foundation, which I've been quite liking. I've used it a few times and I still have so much in my little sample pot. They are really, really generous samples. So unfortunately, I can't show you the bottle because I don't have one. But I'm just going to spread some of that on my face, and then I'm going to blend it in with a brush. For my under eye concealer, I'm going to take a little bit of that Shape Tape that I used in the beginning and just put like a really small amount in where I have my dark circles. Okay, I find that I do need to set that foundation, so I'm going to use this Tarte Smooth Operator setting powder. It's one of those ones that is like white. So this is not great if you like are going to be in flash photography because it will give you flashback. But if you're not going to be in flash photography, I find that these like really fine like HD powders make my makeup last way longer than any other kind of setting powder. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on a brush. I don't know if you can see, but it kind of like goes everywhere because it is so fine. And then I'm going to put that under my eyes and on my nose and pretty much everywhere. Just like a very small amount. Okay, now that that's set down, I'm going to do my like contour and bronzer and stuff, and I'm going to use this. It's the IT Cosmetics My Sculpted Face palette, and I never see anyone talking about this. I haven't even used it for so long, but I love it. So it's like a contour palette. It's got this like matte white shade up here, then a shimmery white, and then all of these contour and bronzing shades. So I tend to stick with these two up here. These two are just a bit too dark for me. Obviously, this one is way too dark for me, but when I used to do like wedding makeup, I could use them all, which was great. So I don't want anything too structured today, so I'm going to take a like stippling brush, and I'm probably just going to mix these two together, and then I'm just going to put those on my cheeks. So I love how those just give like a really subtle bronzed contoured look. I don't want anything too harsh because I'm quite pale, so it doesn't really suit me. The only blush that I could find that I had from Sephora was this old like Tarte holiday palette, which is great. I love the Tarte like blush palettes, they're so nice. So this has 10 blushes in it, which is amazing. And I think I'm going to take kind of like a mixture of these mauvey ones down here. And I'm just going to pop those on the apple of my cheek and blend it back into the bronzer. I'm just going to take that bronzer brush and kind of meld them together. Sorry if the light keeps changing. I am using natural light and you know, it's finicky. So I'm just going to go and finish the lower lash line now. I'm going to take that same color Cypress Umbra that I used on the upper lash line, and I'm going to put it just underneath my eye, like a third of the way along. I feel like this just makes my eyes look a little bit bigger when I don't do it fully along the whole bottom. Then on a tiny little brush, I'm going to take Buon Fresco again, that mauve color, and I'm just going to run that right underneath my eye all the way along to blend out that Cypress Umbra, and kind of, it will move it along my lash line a little and just give me a little bit of definition under there. I then like to kind of pull it up into like the wingish shape that it is, and then use it to blend one last time on the top as well. I haven't got any eyebrow products from Sephora at all, so I'm just going to quickly go and do those. Lastly, I'm going to do lips, so I'm just going to do a nude lip. This is the Bite Beauty High Pigment Pencil in the colour Madeira, and it's a really nice nude for like pale skin. And then just because I love it, I'm going to put a little bit of the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb on top, because it's the greatest. Okay, that is the finished makeup look. I didn't use a setting spray because I don't have one from Sephora. So, too bad. But everything that I used today, obviously you can get at Sephora Australia, and they're all cruelty free. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.